chug some beers and make some bad gambling picks. Welcome to ChuggieBets.
Bets NFL edition. We're a quarter of the way through the NFL season. We're going to hit you with some of our contenders and pretenders. And then, as always, we're going to give you a bunch of picks. But first, let's chug a beer. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Oh, God.
Oh,
That was too cold. That was too cold. That was fresh out the fridge.
I'm drowning my 7-0 sorrow, so I'm definitely chugging.
Yeah, Marlins losing the football game, huh?
They're just losing by a touchdown.
Yeah, they just need
one big play.
Yeah, one big play.
Oh. So we're a little light today. We got Danny over here, Sunshine over here, and Al right here. You might have a little cameo from Matt in a little bit, but I wanted to run through here, boys. I'm going to give you the team and their record, and I want you to tell me if they are playoff contenders or if they are pretenders. Not going to make the playoffs, okay? Baltimore Ravens 3-1. What's your gut thought?
I'm definitely going contenders. Now, that's not who we expected to be atop of the division at this point, right? Cincinnati is terrible right now, and we really would have thought they would be leading the division. But Baltimore's defense is impressing. They are one of the better defenses in the league right now. Their pass rush is working, and Joe Burrow just doesn't look like Joe Burrow, and Cincinnati's defense is leaky. Like they've given up almost 100 points in the first 4 games. So
yeah, I saw somebody say, someone explain the 2023 Cincinnati Bengals to me, and I'm like, I don't know. I guess Burrow's calf is messing him up, but that is not a good team.
I mean, they don't look like a good team now, but they started 0-2 in their Super Bowl run or 0-3 in their Super Bowl run. So
yeah,
it's not like they can't come back.
They sure can.
I think they were the games were closer in that initial thing. Like they've scored less than 50 and given up almost 100. They're getting stumped.
Yeah, the Ravens I feel like haven't looked very good despite their record. So maybe
their point differential looks good. They've scored 99 and they've given up 58. But I think a lot of that came in one game. They had one blowout and the other two wins were close and their loss was close. So.
I just feel like Baltimore is one of those teams you can never count out.
For sure.
They're always a contender.
I mean, even without Lamar last year, they were kind of a contender. And then now they have one of the best quarterbacks that exists in the world. So I feel like
they have the good Harbaugh.
Come on, Michigan. It's pretty good. So.
Okay, Miami Dolphins 3-1. Contenders or pretenders? Pretty obvious, right?
I mean, I feel like you got to go contender there just based on our offense, but like that is a leaky defense. Vic Fangio is supposed to come in and fix all that, but that's one of the worst defenses in the league right now.
Yeah, it felt like this was a Super Bowl contender, and then I saw that stat that was like Tua had the exact same stats through 3 games last year, and I was like, ooh, that's scary.
So who do you think is the worst defense in the league? You'd say like the Broncos because they gave up the 70 points, right?
Or the Giants or the
Okay, the Broncos have given up 150 points this season. The Dolphins have given up 119. The Giants you mentioned have given up 122. So like that's the level of Dolphins defense bad.
Yeah, very bad defense, very good offense.
Yeah.
What do you think,
I'm not gonna. It's not to the point where I go pretender because that offense is so good because they've scored like 150. But they're like on the
a lot of pressure on the offense.
Yeah, if it's with Armstead out, depending on how long that injury lasts, they could turn into pretenders real fast.
Do you have any thoughts on the Dolphins, Sonny? Contenders, pretenders?
Well, I just hear all the sports writers and stuff are talking about all the, they talk about McDaniel like he's the second coming of Kyle Shanahan, and that, like how his offense is untouchable and shit. And like I really think that like when they played that way against Denver, you're like, holy fuck, this team is winning the Super Bowl. And then like the game versus the Bills, and you're like, oh, I guess when they play that caliber. So but I'm still going contender. Because like I said, if it's the second coming of Kyle Shanahan, he always ends up in Super Bowls, just never wins.
Yeah. I'm gonna quick fire some of these teams here. I just want a simple contender or pretender answer, okay? The 2-2 Browns.
Boycott.
Same.
Just hard pass. I shouldn't have said hard. 2-2 Jaguars.
I want them to be a contender, but they seem like a pretender right now.
They're a contender.
Yeah, I think they're less of a contender than they were, but they are still very much contenders. You know,
I really thought
they went
were
from being
going to
like division locks to like contending for the division.
Yeah, I mean, I still think they win that division, but I thought that they had a shot to come out of the AFC. But I think that there's like 3 better teams than them now.
Yeah. Along the same lines, Houston Texans 2-2 also.
I want so bad.
Dude, Stroud's so good, man.
Yeah.
Like I would have, if we coming into this season, I thought it was very clear who had the best quarterback in that division, and now I'm not so sure.
I mean, I don't think I'd go that far. I mean,
I will go that far. I'm not. I don't know who's better, Stroud or Lawrence. I don't know who's better.
Okay. I'll call the Texans pretenders right now, but it's not. I'm glad I included them here.
They have a better point differential than the Jaguars.
Man, I'm just gonna rip off all the AFC South. The Tennessee Titans 2-2 pretenders.
I think Tennessee's pretending right now. They don't really have a quarterback situation that is going to win a division.
Derrick Henry hasn't really gone off yet either, though. Like he had a good game last week, but
I mean,
potential for the offense to be
can a running back be Tom Brady and just be awesome forever?
When they're
if there is one, it's him, right? If there is one, it's him. But I don't know if he's going to be able to run for 1,500 yards again.
Okay. 2-2 Chargers.
They have a really good quarterback, but a really bad coach. So I don't know.
I say pretender.
Yeah, I'm going to say pretender because their coach is going to hold them back.
I agree. Chargers are pretending. 1-3 Bengals. I am calling them pretenders.
I'm going to say contenders because, like, Burrow, we've seen be awesome, and like a calf injury doesn't last forever unless you're a right back for the Chelsea. He's gonna figure this out.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna figure it out. I think they're gonna turn it around. He's got too many weapons.
I don't think they'll win the division, but I think they'll take a wild card.
Okay.
I think the Ravens are like, I think they're back.
And then
the Ravens are back, and they're gonna win that division.
And then the 1-3 Jets, New York Jets. Are they contending with that defense, or are they still pretending?
That defense is good, but no.
Yeah, okay. Pretenders. All right.
Like Sauce is really good. He's really good, but no, pretending.
So we got some that was all the AFC teams. I want to run through some NFC teams real quick. I know this is intriguing content, I'm sure, but bear with us. We're almost to the picks. Detroit Lions 3-1. Contenders or pretenders?
Contender.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to take that division from them other than maybe the Vikings? I mean, they're definitely contenders. Goff has been good. What your running back's been good. What's his name?
Yeah.
It's not Swift anymore. Singletary or something.
Montgomery.
There you go.
Montgomery.
Yeah. I'm in Huckleberry. 3-1 Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That defense has been good enough, and Baker's been good enough. So I guess contenders.
Contender.
Again,
pretender for me.
It's not who I expected to be on top of that division, but
who do you think's coming out of that division?
Who's coming out of that division?
Yeah, I mean, I'm calling the Bucks pretenders, but that means either the Saints or the Falcons essentially have to get their heads out of their asses. And I mean,
Panthers
they're
aren't going to
not.
do it.
Yeah, they're not like like Sunshine said, the Falcons are 2-2. They're not buried here. They can definitely win the division.
And
But I think
Bijan
the
is
Saints are the ones that
clearly
are
really good.
falling
Bijan
off.
is clearly really good, but like it's going to take Kyle Pitts like fixing his ankles.
It's gonna feel like a travesty that one of these teams has to like take a division and like host a playoff game.
Yeah, one of these teams has to lose to the Eagles in the first round.
Oh
no, the Eagles will have a bye.
Actually,
one of these teams has to lose to the Cowboys in the first round because the Cowboys are going to get the wild card.
If the Eagles weren't undefeated, I probably would have included them here because they've won all their games, but not one of them have they looked good in. You know what I mean?
Another one, leaky defense, but their defense, that is a good defense, but it has not played well yet this year.
Correct. Yeah. The 2-2 LA Rams.
You know how I feel about the Rams. I just love me some Stafford. They're gonna get the other wild card, I think, in the NFC. And
yeah, it's a tough division to win.
They're behind Geno right now. Well, they're not gonna win the division. The 49ers are there, so. But I think they're gonna pass Geno and get that second wild card. Because the Packers aren't gonna get one.
So I'm gonna say pretender here, if only to be the contrarian. But I do think they're going to be in the hunt, so I guess that makes them a contender. But yeah, I think ultimately they'll miss out. 2-2 Washington Commanders, contenders or pretenders?
I just don't think any team that's starting Sam Howell's a contender. So
okay.
Also, any team that has a minus 31 point differential through 4 games, I don't think is.
Yeah, I think it's a scrappy team though. I think they'll be a thorn in the side of the NFC East. But okay.
Well, the Commanders are supposed to be a good defense, right? And they've given up 120 points. So
yeah,
they're like bad like the Dolphins, and they're not scoring enough. But somehow they eked out 2 wins.
Okay.
I don't think they're coming out of their division. I'm saying pretender.
There's 2 better teams than them in their division that are clearly better.
Yeah.
And then we've sort of alluded to these last 3 teams. I'll just read them all off. You let me know if you think any of them are contenders. The 2-2 Green Bay Packers, the 2-2 New Orleans Saints, or the 1-3 Minnesota Vikings.
Pretender, contender.
Pretender, contender. I think I agree.
Yeah.
Chug that beer, Matto. You just got here.
Latecomers chug their beers. And you probably couldn't have timed this better.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, we were talking about contenders, pretenders. How do you feel about the Washington Commanders under Sam Howell?
I hate him. But I do think what is a contender? Someone who can make the playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd call him a contender.
So really you think 3 teams from that division are going to make the playoffs, or you think the Eagles or Cowboys won't?
I think 3 teams will probably make the playoffs from that division. I think the Lions are good. The NFC South, someone will win, and then probably.
So I think
Seattle.
that second. I think the Cowboys are going to get in, and I think that second wild card is going to come from the NFC West. I think it's going to be the Seahawks or Rams, and I think it's going to be the Rams. But that's just me.
I guess it's a battle between Washington and Seattle, right? Which is funny. Seattle and Washington sounds like one place to me, but. I would guess it would probably be between those 2, and that would make him a contender to this point.
Yeah. I think it's between Seattle and the Rams, and not Seattle and Washington. But yeah, we can all agree.
Yeah, good. Matt, do you have any thoughts on the Ravens or Bengals being contenders or pretenders?
No, I don't. Can I say the AFC South is the AFC North is a pretender? Everyone was talking about how this is the best division, and Cleveland may be the best one when Deshaun Watson's playing. I don't like it.
Yeah,
they're not. They're not. The Ravens are the best team, bud.
Yeah.
Maybe Cincinnati's got to be good, right? They paid Joe Burrow, and now he's not Joe Cool anymore.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely still cool.
He's Joe Mid.
He's definitely still cool. He's just not playing well. Like, that team can't score right now, and they can't stop anyone. So the
Steelers are for sure the worst team in that division, but I don't know who the best one is.
I can't. The 30-3 result against Houston the other day was the most surprising result, or whatever the hell the final score was. It could have been 1,000 24. It doesn't make a difference. They got
I think we should stop being surprised that Houston has a good quarterback. I think we should just stop being surprised that Houston can score.
Yeah, I think Matt's probably on the C.J. Stroud hype train with you.
I've been. I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I'm like, I think Jacksonville's in trouble, legit in trouble.
Yeah, and as much as I hate it, Anthony Richardson's looked pretty good in Indy in the time that he's been on the field. So if
when
he
can stay healthy, yeah, he is pretty. He's good
clearly athletic enough to play quarterback in the NFL. I still don't know if he's accurate enough of a passer.
Yeah. All right. What do you guys say we make some picks, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, Justin Fields is clearly athletic enough to play quarterback in the NFL, but I don't know if he's accurate enough of a passer either right now.
Yeah, Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears head to Washington to play the Commanders. That's our Thursday night game. I was thinking about taking the points with the Bears, but it just feels so stupid that I'm not going to do it. So you guys, Danny and Matt, looks like you guys have a play.
I just feel like this is the perfect under. I would have taken this under 44 if it wasn't on Thursday, but it's on Thursday, so it just feels like right there for the taking. We missed it last week, which was like I was like a double unit play. I would think I was calling out, and we missed it. Like they got out to a bunch of points in the first quarter, and then they just let it ride, and then there was like at the end they were about to kick a field goal to go over, and then there was that like penalty to make it last longer, and then they ended up getting a touchdown on that drive and it killed it. But
it does kind of feel like this total should be like a field goal lower than it is. It's 44.5 right now. That seems like more points than these teams are capable of putting up most games. So
yeah, I would have put the spread between 38.5 and 41.5. At 44, I'm like, okay, sure. Yeah. Look, Thursday unders have been a struggle this year, right? They've not been hitting at the same rate. That's okay.
It's time to get back on track.
They're gonna get there eventually, right? This is I'm basically what is it when you double down on blackjack till you hit the table limit? That's
martingale. We're martingaling on Thursday unders.
Yeah. Till I lose the account, I'm gonna keep on rolling.
Oh, okay.
For both of our listeners, Google martingale strategy and don't ever do it at the casino because it never works.
It's a really good way to lose a lot of money fast.
But you can make it up all in one card.
All it takes is that one card.
Yeah. Until you hit the limit, and then you're fucked. At a casino with no limits, and if your pockets have no limits, it's a great strategy.
Really, it's the pocket having no limits, because then you can take the losses. It's like, all right.
It's the casino having no limits. They set the min and max bets on purpose so that martingale will never work.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? You go in there and you'd have to have like 20 grand in your pocket to be able to like afford that betting strategy.
On a $20 table, it
gets exactly on a $25 minimum bet. Yeah. We have another game in London this week, boys. It's featuring the London Jaguars at the Buffalo Bills and in Tottenham Spurs Stadium, whatever the hell that's called. What are you guys' thoughts here?
I think Trevor Lawrence throws it to Harry Kane, and Son gets the assist for plus 5.5. I know Kane's not there.
You think Kane's coming over from Bayern?
From Bayern, yeah.
Just for the game?
Come on. He's the leader of most points scored at Tottenham all time at that stadium. No. So he's not going to get passed by anybody on Jacksonville's team. But yeah, I'm taking Jacksonville plus 5.5. From your logic last week, they're just the best at playing in London. I think the Bills are on a high after beating a really, really good Miami offense. They kept us to under 21 points. We scored all 3 touchdowns, but we missed a 2-point conversion. They kept us to under 21 points. I think that's a really good defense, but I think Jacksonville is just used to this travel, and we'll see if that pass rush travels for Buffalo.
Yeah, so I was too hesitant with the potency of the Bills offense to take the points with the Jags, but I think my pick aligns with yours well. I'm taking the over 48. I think the Jags will keep this game, close for the most part, at least until late. And the only way I think they're going to do that is by putting up points.
So the Jags offensive line, not significantly better than the Dolphins, better, but not significantly better. But Lawrence, much more mobile, much better pocket presence than Tua. Doesn't get the ball off faster, but much more mobile, so he can get away from some of that pass rush and get the ball off. I think it bodes well against, even if that pass rush does travel, him still having a good game since he's definitely used to playing in London.
Is this the best matchup we've had in a London game?
It's a good one.
Pretty good, right?
It's a really good one, yeah.
I mean, if Buffalo doesn't roll, then yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, the game is yet to be determined, right? The quality of it, but based on the matchup, it feels like it's going to be a good one.
Did the Jags play the Giants? It was when the Giants were bad, though, right? Jags played the Giants, and it was.
Yeah.
Do you get worried as a Jacksonville citizen that Shah Khan has them in London so often, and he also owns a English football club in London? I know you're not necessarily a Jags fan, but
no, but I mean, it's a thing that comes up pretty regularly. I would say it's largely a national media talking point, and most people here are confident that the Jags aren't going to go anywhere. The only real hiccup to that would be this new stadium and getting the city to pay for half of it. And so if that part gets sorted out, the Jags will stay here. The only way the Jags won't will be if the city decides not to pay for the stadium. So I mean, I think it's more
9 in the playoffs. Come on, man.
You're talking about the Marlins?
It's over.
It's over. It's been over, bud. I'm sorry.
I know, but it's over now. And Jazz struck out on a ball right down the middle to finish it, and he just was so ass in this playoffs.
Everyone was ass. All our hitters were ass.
Well,
Bell was not. Berger was not.
Bell was not.
He just needed 100 more games before you really started to understand, the rhythm he's playing with and the melody,
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, making a jazz joke.
Sorry to interrupt. Let's keep
okay.
on with the picks.
Free form. I'm just saying jazz.
Staccato. All right, let's go to the 1:00 slate on Sunday. Sunday. Houston Texans at Atlanta Falcons. Matt and I think we're on the same pick here, but I've got a little extra. Matt, what are you taking here?
So I teased Houston up to +8. This feels like the kind of game where Houston will have a letdown. I do think Houston is playing far better than Atlanta to this point. Cover your ears, Sonny.
They have a better quarterback by a lot.
This feels like the kind of game Young Wei-Koo is going to hit a field goal to win the game, and I don't think they'll beat Houston by 8. So let's tease it to +8.
Yeah,
I love this pick, Matto. I think that the teaser is the right play. I just think that giving out teasers as picks in this format is cheating. So I don't do it.
Okay.
It can be. So I am also teasing Houston up to +8, but I'm also laying the 1.5 with the Falcons. So it's when one team's trending down and the other team is trending up, it's usually a smart play in the NFL to take that team that's trending down to cover. So that kind of feels like the spot here. So I'm going to lay the 1.5 with the Falcons, but then I'm also going to tease Houston up to +8 because I think they keep it within a score. I don't think Atlanta has won by more than a touchdown in probably several years since Matt Ryan retired or left Atlanta, probably.
Sure.
Probably since McDaniel left.
No, Shanahan. Says Shanahan.
Who's McDaniel? Josh McDaniel?
No, Mike McDaniel. He had his best season. Matt Ryan has his best season when Mike McDaniel was there.
Yeah. So
he was an offensive coordinator, but he was some sort of play calling something or other.
Question for you, Chris. At what point are we off the Desmond Ridder train? Are you still riding the rails a little bit?
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay.
So I've officially turned in my Desmond Ridder wings.
Oh.
I'm really frustrated in the sense that, as bad as he played last week, he's losing the team. You can just see it on the sidelines. it's almost as bad as Danny using that cheese whiz. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Cheese whiz whippets.
I think that they should give Taylor a chance, but everything in the media this week has pointed out that they're sticking with Desmond. He's our fucking man. I've actually started entertaining the idea of these trades they're talking about, where like one trade gets Russell Wilson down here, another trade gets, I don't know, fucking Justin Fields from Chicago. I don't care.
Interesting.
I'm interested in all of them. Because I can tell you, like I texted earlier this week, this team might be bad, but they're bad. They're not bad enough to get us Caleb Williams.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in when you're like, we're gonna win 6 games and be picking like 8th,
11th.
But how do you feel about Quinn Ewers? Because he's not going to be number 1, and he will be top 10, and you might be picking top 10.
You know what the Falcons will do? Like, name a mediocre college quarterback right now.
Tyler Van Dyke. You'll pick Tyler Van
Jordan
Dyke.
Travis.
Damn right. That's who we're going
Jordan Travis.
Jordan Travis, even better.
Jordan Travis, I don't think is a first-round pick, but
I think he's a 6th or 7th round pick. But yeah, they'll do it. Let's roll the dice. Undervalued.
Is it bad that I was going to say Quinn Ewers?
You're going to take somebody in the first round that deserves to go in the 5th round.
That's Tyler Van Dyke for you.
Yeah. Is Tyler Van Dyke just our version of Will Levis?
Ooh, good
Not
question.
Will Levis. No, he's what's the guy who's married to the sideline reporter that played for FSU?
Christian Ponder?
Ponder. He's Christian Ponder.
That's a good comparison. Yeah, because Christian Ponder was really good in college, and boy,
Christian
he was
Ponder's
not
more
very
handsome.
good.
Christian Ponder's much more handsome.
For sure.
Like,
Tyler Van Dyke's going to be bald in the next couple of years, right?
Oh yeah, he's pretty much hiding it now, unless he's already taken Propecia.
Yeah, like I know wearing a helmet every day like that is tough, but it's really tough on some men. Poor TVD. Hopefully he's good enough in the NFL where it doesn't matter.
You know, I didn't mean to bring up a sore subject.
No, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh. All right. Let's move on. Carolina Panthers at Detroit Lions. Sunshine, you've got a pick here.
So I took the over. I think Detroit's definitely winning this game. I just
love that over.
I just hope that Carolina keeps their shit together. The team is starting to gel a little bit. They still haven't won a game. So they're not going to start this week, but hopefully, I know Detroit will score enough. So I think that it'll be over 46.
Yeah, I really wanted to take the points with the Panthers here, but there's so many things screaming at me not to. One being because I know the Panthers beat Detroit last year. But Detroit kind of has a chip on their shoulder with that one because their field conditions were really shitty in Carolina for that game, and they feel like it cost them the playoffs. So they kind of have this game circled on their calendar. Carolina rushed for like 300 something yards in that matchup, and Detroit's run defense I think is
Jonathan
like
Stewart's not there
like
anymore.
3rd best in the league right now. So I think they've shored that up.
That was like
then you also add in 5'9" Bryce Young, and
he can't still be playing, right? They've have to have bailed on him by now.
That's pretty early.
Well, they moved, and he got hurt, and they put Andy Dalton in to play, and they could have used that as an excuse to sideline Bryce for a few weeks, but they didn't. They put him right back out there, so I assume they're trotting him out again.
But like they were much better when Andy Dalton was out there. Like
they were.
Bryce Young's clearly not an NFL. Team. Like anybody who's watching can tell Bryce Young's not an NFL quarterback. Anybody's watching.
Trial by fire, man. You gotta get the reps, But
I don't think that he's shown anything on the field that would say, I think I can do this.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get
up behind the right player that's gonna snap him the ball.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna magically get better in this game.
Would you
Desmond
rather
Ritter.
have?
I'd rather have Desmond Ritter than Bryce.
No. Would you rather? I'm comparing first round number 1 picks. Would you rather have Bryce Young or Jamarcus Russell?
Jamarcus Russell right now. I'd rather have him high as shit on Syrup or whatever. than Bryce Young, because at least he could be tall enough to see over the line of scrimmage.
Would you rather have?
It feels like an atomic take. Like you've gone nuclear, my bud.
He may be good. Probably not, but he may be good.
Not at quarterback.
There's time. There's time for improvement.
He might be good. He might be a great accountant, but
I hope so.
He's not going to be good at playing quarterback in the NFL.
Anyway, I'm laying the 9.5 with the Lions. I've also been baiting the Lions to start this season, just based on not even like as a intentional decision, but it just kind of happened that way, and I'm off. I gotta start betting on the Lions. I want to win money and watch my team win. So
I wanted to lay this 10 really bad, but I think Chris has the right play with the over 46.
Yeah, makes more sense.
I'm not going to tell it because I'm limiting the number of games I would have bet on, but I wish I would have done that one instead of one of my other plays, which I'm not going to change.
Yeah, let's move on to the next game, which is the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. I will kick things off here. I'm taking 2.5 points with the Colts at home. I'm also teasing that up to 8.5. I think they're going to cover the spread, so I might as well tease them. They're in that long range, so I'm going to do that too. I think Tennessee got a good win last week, and they looked formidable against the Bengals, but I think the Colts provide a stiffer competition here, which is a very fucked up thing to say, right? The Colts are a more stiffer competition than the Bengals.
Would you, before the year, if I had to tell you like the Colts and the Texans look like the two most promising teams in the AFC South, you would have like laughed me out the room. It's weird. It's weird.
I would have laughed at the Colts, especially with their running back not playing, Jonathan Taylor not playing. I also didn't expect Stroud to be this good this fast. So,
who's their OC? Who's the Texans' OC?
I don't know. D'Amico Ryans is the head coach.
Yeah, I really
got to be Kyle Shanahan, right? Kyle Shanahan.
I really like D'Amico Ryans as a. You know what? They have Bobby Slowick. I don't know who that is, but he was born in '87. This man is like 30.
No,
37. 36.
But like, have you realized that every young OC does phenomenal in this league? It's almost like a bunch of like 70-year-old dudes shouldn't be running like wing T in 2023.
What they need to be doing is running our government instead.
There's the joke. I knew it was coming. I was trying to get the other joke out, but that's a money one.
Chris, you got thoughts on Indianapolis here?
Yeah. So I think that I kind of think they're at home and they're the underdog. So I'm taking the points.
Fantastic spot.
And it was plus money, so it was kind of like, well, fuck yeah.
I think you got them at +1. We're gonna give you them for this purposes at 2.5, but I think you had them in there at +1.
I think that game has. I think you can find it anywhere from. There might be one book at 1, but I think they're all between 1.5 and 2.5 right now. So
yeah.
But those 1.5s are juice, right? So
yeah, but yeah, might as well take the 2.5, right?
Yeah.
New York Giants at Miami Dolphins. This is another Sunshine and Al combo. Sonny, what do you got in this one?
All right, I'm taking Miami -11.5. I think that their offense, like we've already said, is just too potent. They like Mike McDaniel is the second coming of Kyle Shanahan, and New York has played like dog shit.
Yeah, it's. I wanted to bet on Miami, but betting like a double-digit spread favorite, it just feels hard, and I'm definitely done betting on the New York teams, so I'm not going to take the Giants. So what I'm doing is taking the over 49.5. A little bit on the high side, but the thought is
the Dolphins defense has been bad, and we are not the best at stopping running quarterbacks. And Daniel Jones is going to find some lanes, but I feel like I don't know if the Giants defense is going to be able to stop our juggernaut. So I love that overplay.
Yeah.
I don't hate Chris's play either, but I really like the overplay, and that was definitely on my list. But I'm just trying to avoid giving out Miami picks because I keep jinxing us.
Yeah, I think that is it A-Chain or is it A-Chan?
Supposedly it's A-Chain.
A-Chan.
He's like, this guy. He is just lightning in a bottle. Like,
he's very fast.
He scores.
That's everyone on the Dolphins.
Anyway. Yeah.
They got all the guys that are the fastest.
Raheem Mostert has I think the league speed record.
Yeah, he's
on
also
kickoff return or something. But
Mostert, A-Chan, Hill, Waddle. Oh, you guys probably got a tight end that can run a 4.3.
I hear Pitts is available.
Oh God!
For the right price. Could you imagine
at least in our fantasy league, he's
Desmond
available.
Ritter throwing in the ball?
No, I don't even have a joke for that. I don't even want to pretend that it exists where that could be a possibility. Sorry.
Yeah. New Orleans Saints at New England Patriots. Danny, you sure you don't want to jump in on a Cyclone here?
Andy didn't give out any NFL picks. No, I don't want to jump in on the Cyclone because I like the other side. So
yeah. Well, Matt, why don't you tell us why you're laying 1.5 with the Patriots at home?
Belichick got embarrassed, and he was super embarrassed losing to Dallas like that. New Orleans, is Derek Carr back? It doesn't matter. Derek Carr
is, but he's got like a sprained shoulder, and he's playing through it.
He's going to get baited into this shit. I feel really good about New England in this spot. I don't think Belichick will get fool him once, shame on him. Fool him twice. Can't get fooled again. And the great ways to do it.
That was an excellent W quote, buddy.
Yeah, that's George W. Bush. So I've taken the Patriots because George W. told me so.
Love it. Yeah, I think the Patriots defense is really good. I think the Saints defense is okay, but I think the Saints offense is really bad. And I think the Patriots offense will be able to muster some points. This is going to be like one of those like field position battles that like you don't want to watch. But, there'll be like a blocked punt that comes up on red zone, and that'll be like the only highlight you see from the game. But yeah, I'm taking Patriots at home too. Sunshine, you're on that too, right?
Yeah.
Everybody but Danny.
No, I'm not in that. I would rather bet on eyeliner than Mac Jones, so I'm not going to follow you guys.
It may be worth considering the under here too, under 39.5. That makes for terrible football, like not watch football, but
yeah,
I don't see a lot of points coming from this game.
Yeah. Both these teams have been playing slow.
They like to play slow.
Their plays per game both of these are near the bottom. So
remember when New Orleans was fun to watch? That was great. Now they stink.
They lost that coach that was so good at offense, and he went to Denver.
Yeah, now he's got unlimited options.
Nathaniel Hackett?
Yeah, that's the
one. Ravens at Steelers. Matt, you and I are on the same side. Pitt +4.
You so rarely get Pittsburgh in a conference game at home as a dog. And when you do, I feel like, especially when it's more than a field goal, you have to take the opportunity to hit the +4. That is strictly just like it happens
I so badly want to lay the 4 with on Lamar. Like I think he's going to win this game. But then like you just like Pittsburgh's what 2-2 right now, and like Mike Tomlin just has never ever been below 500, and like these are the games he wins to keep it that way. It's like when he's a dog at home in the division, like he just always wins. At least he covers if he's he's going to be close. But like he's not a better team. They're not even close.
I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying it seems like I'm much more a situational better in the NFL, and this is like a situation where you have to take the opportunity to cash in on
two great coaches. One coach has the superior talent. The other one's just at home. But like Mike Tomlin's such a good coach that like somehow he's gonna fucking figure out a way to win this game.
Yeah,
he's gonna Trubisky his way to winning this.
Could be really stupid at 4:00 on Sunday, and the Ravens could be up 3 scores. Possible. It's possible.
Yeah.
And then Tomlin will bring in Tua somehow.
Yeah. But I really think Matt summed it up perfectly. Steelers at home in a division game, getting points feels like
getting 4 points. Dude, that's a lot of damn points. I mean, Baltimore can win by field goal. That's fine. That's no difference to me.
I also feel like maybe I have wonky eyes or something, but I feel like the Ravens have not looked good. We kind of talked about this in the beginning. I think Danny said the Ravens have like the third
really
best
good
point differential or something.
Best, they have a very good points differential.
But they feel like they're very beatable.
A lot. I'd said that a lot of that came on one game when they crushed the Browns, though. Like they had 2 other close games, then they lost a close game. But actually, that game they lost to the Texans wasn't that close. But they won a 3-point game and a 3-point game against the Bengals and Colts, I guess. Is that what happened? Or they lost a 3-point game to the Colts?
They lost to the Colts.
Okay.
But they beat a bad Bengals team who's in their division by 3 points, you said? And the spread here is 4 points?
Yeah, and then they crushed the Browns and they crushed the Texans, which crushing the Texans was impressive.
It's important to note that the Browns are starting DRT. Love DRT at UCLA.
Oh, yeah.
Great. I don't know if he's going to be a great Brown, but I loved him at UCLA for what it's worth. Deshaun was out that day. He was a little bit sore. He probably needed some rehab on it.
Some massaging.
He definitely needed a massage for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, 4:00 games.
Yep. We're almost there. Home stretch. Eagles at Rams. Danny, you and I are fighting on this one. Tell me why you like the Rams.
Stafford, bud. I'm just in on him at the end of his career being tough and making throws, and he's got the best coach in the NFL, maybe second best coach in the NFL in McVay.
Yeah,
definitely top 5, and he's definitely a better coach than Philly.
Yeah,
Philly's got a better quarterback though. Philly definitely has a better quarterback. I love Hurts, but they're at home. And everybody knows LA has a massive home field advantage.
Everyone does know it. The crowd will be very loud for the Rams.
You might have just heard silence for a second there. That was us playing a clip from their stadium. So that was their fans.
I like the Rams. I love Stafford. I'm going the +4.5. It's a tough. Philly's got to lose a couple of games this year. This is kind of one of those spots where they got to go across the country.
Yeah. So it's a tough spot for Philly. They've also not looked very good this year. They've not won convincingly yet, I don't believe. They've played a bit of an easy schedule, and it really toughens up here soon. There's actually all of the top NFC teams, their schedules get really tough really soon. 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys, a lot of them, they're all playing each other. They play other top teams in the league. So it's really going to be interesting next month or two. Well, 2 months, like the whole season, but the next month to see how these teams shake out. I'm still going to lay the 4 with the Eagles. The Eagles did not cover last week, and the Rams did. That says bet the Eagles. They're 4-point favorites on the road.
Eagles beat the Bucs by 2 touchdowns. That's their biggest win.
Well, oh yeah, okay.
You were saying they hadn't beat anybody convincingly. That's their biggest win, and that's 25-11. That's not a huge win.
Yeah. Their defense hasn't looked great. Their offense hasn't been as potent, but the offense can move the ball. So, I'm sitting here shitting on the Eagles, but I'm also betting them. So that just feels like the way the Eagles have gone this year. So, laying the 4 with the Eagles.
Everybody's avoiding that Bengals-Cardinals game, man. That just feels like if Burrow doesn't show up and Dobbs does, and I don't want to be a part of that.
I almost bet Cincinnati has to have a bounce back in some point, right? I look, we're talking.
It's so low, right? What's the line? It's 3 points or something.
3.
3.
Like Cincinnati has to cover these 3, but like I'm not doing it because like Arizona at home like beats people. They beat Dallas.
They did, but this feels like a Cincinnati bounce back. I'll probably bet it for sport, but
this feels like another one of those games where the NFL just comes out and says like, "Hey, Arizona, you're not allowed to tank. The refs are going to make sure Dobbs goes off for 350."
Yeah, this is going to be a game I probably wait till the last minute to bet based on how my 1 o'clock bets go. Thinking all my 1 o'clock bets are going to win, I'll bet heavy on the Bengals, and then half of my 1 o'clock bets will end up losing in the last minute. And I'll have too much riding on the Bengals covering. I'll be sweating like a last minute Bengals score.
classic NFL.
Yeah.
I'm sloppy today.
I love it. We only have plays in 2 more games here. Jets at Broncos. Let's see, Danny, what do you like here?
Well, I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like the Jets.
Not a big fan of Zach Wilson?
Well, not his footballing. That's for sure. Big fan of his facial structure. Big fan of him fucking moms. I'd like to get some of that on tape.
You got Donna Kelsey, heartthrob.
Probably not Donna Kelsey. Sorry, that distracted me too much. But no, I got Mr. Unlimited here. After that comeback last week, I think that they may have figured something out on offense.
Yeah,
possible.
I'm teasing this. I hate it. I want to be forthright about that. I do not love the Jets plus 7.5 here. This feels like a game in theory, right? It should be pretty close, but I could see this game getting away from the Jets, and them not having the capacity to score in any fashion scares the shit out of me. But I needed something to partner with, and this felt like the best opportunity to partner my earlier teaser at Houston. So, was it weird, you guys watching that game the other day and realizing Zach Wilson was playing better than Patrick Mahomes?
Much better.
It was like a lot better. Did that like fuck with anyone else? I felt like it was an alternate universe.
It's wild.
I think that they were all distracted because Taylor and the trailer situation is just like too much for them.
That's also, I agree with that. That was too much for me to watch the game. I almost turned it off. I was like,
I did.
Did you? You were just
I turned it off.
You had nothing but bad blood for that game.
Did you notice that everybody did our bit after we
used to have mad love? I do.
It just showed up on TikTok all over the place. I know that everybody just aggregated our podcast and just copied it because we're so huge. But
it was a good idea. It was a good idea.
We executed it better.
But you know what? The haters.
Everybody runs a West Coast offense, Danny, but it's the people who execute it well that are at the top.
I gotta tell you, I saw it executed way better than us a couple of times.
Of course, we did it like haphazardly. But you know what? The haters, they're gonna hate. That's what they're gonna do. I'm just gonna shake it off.
You have to. So, is Taylor gonna be in Minnesota this week?
I don't know.
I wanted to talk about the Broncos and Jets. There's 2 things.
Oh, go ahead.
One, did you guys see the Broncos helmets they're going to be wearing for this game?
No.
They kick ass. They're like all white with I think the throwback D on it.
The D or the
with the horse. I think I can't remember the exact logo, but it might be their current logo. But
so does Taylor.
But it's all white helmets. They're going to look really nice. That said, I'm taking the Jets plus 1.5, which feels really bad, and also teasing them at 7.5. I think the thought here is the Jets defense is going to make the Broncos look pedestrian, and the Jets offense started to show a little bit of signs of life with Zach Wilson last week, so maybe that carries over.
Mr. Unlimited's going to carry them to victory. All right.
Fair.
Let's move on to the Chiefs and Vikings, the game of the week, clearly.
I hope this is a really good one. It has potential to be phenomenal.
Cousins is not going to lose another game. He's been playing way too well. He's the best quarterback in the league right now. He cannot lose again. I know this isn't his time slot. This is not his time slot.
Bad time slot.
But maybe because it's like Central Time, it counts as like at the beginning of the game, it'll feel like 3 p.m. for him, and he'll start really strong.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will let you believe that. That's not bad.
You do what you want. I hate it. I mean, I don't have a better pick on this. I just feel like the Chiefs are so anemic last week that they're going to come out and blitzkrieg Kansas City. But what do I know?
Did you hear Aaron Rodgers on McAfee this week?
I heard about Mr. Pfizer.
Mr. Pfizer. Have you seen the commercial, by the way?
No, I haven't.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. Like Travis Kelce, like going through all the things that vaccines can do for you, and like showing his like, I got my vaccine, and showing the Band-Aids. It's kind of funny. But then like, what's funnier is the guy who hates science calling him Mr. Pfizer didn't affect the game. Like, just Aaron, shut the fuck up.
Aaron's he's so incorrect about everything he says, right?
What was that? It's like January 6th time talking shit about it.
You remember when Aaron Rodgers used to date celebrities?
Yeah. Now he's dating like the woman he met at the Buc-ee's parking lot who was selling gems.
If Aaron Rodgers was hawking commercials now, it would be for like crystals at like 3 a.m. that like healing crystals.
The commercials would only exist on the ACC network. Actually, the Pac-12 network at the gas station too.
Yeah.
Or the commercials would just be opposite the NFL game. You know, when like there's only one 4 o'clock game on, but the network that was showing a 1 o'clock game, you have to watch infomercials instead. That.
I'm Aaron Rodgers, and I'm here. Have you thought about this healing power of stones? And that's it.
I'm Aaron Rodgers, and I'm legally obligated to tell you
that these stones have no scientific backing, but I'm not legally obligated to say that they've worked for me.
I'm Aaron Rodgers, and I'm inoculated, but I'm not vaccinated. Just winks at the camera.
Oh, fucking asshole that guy is, huh?
I'm sorry, I'm immunized, or I've had an immunization.
Immunized, yeah.
Against tetanus or some shit. Yeah, maybe he just has syphilis and he has like syphilis brain rot.
Probably. He is like a.
Have you heard of that? There's like a disease that like cats have that can pass to humans that will make your brain start to fucking go to shit and you make terrible decisions. I feel like he just is a cat guy. A lot of drug guys are cat guys, and that could totally happen to him.
Yeah, cat scratch fever.
Just say it. Just say it.
No. He was yeah, he's
Make
like a 17th century feudal lord who had sex with his sister, and now they both have syphilis, and his brain is literally like a cavernous, like it's like a chasm where it like echoes now, where there used to be brain matter and wrinkles. He's going full smooth.
Full smooth
brain.
Smooth brain. So he's betting on Wall Street bets now too.
Yes. I love Wall Street bets. The J Cowboys.
All right, so Cowboys, Niners, nobody's got to play, but if I had to bet here, it would just be that the Niners roll, because the Cowboys, while they've been the most impressive team point differential wise in the league, they still lost to the fucking Cardinals.
Yeah.
So
only one team here lost to the Cardinals.
At what point, like, San Francisco has to show weakness at some point, right? They are.
But what's it going to be, Matt? What's the weakness going to be?
I don't know. I can't see anything that they do badly. They score 30 points a game and they give up like 16. It's like they're fucking dominant.
Is it going to be running the ball because they're really good at that? Is it going to be passing the ball because they're really good at that? Is it going to be stopping the run because they're really good at that? Is it going to be stopping the pass? Is it because they're really good at that? Is it going to be tight end play because they're really good at that? Like what? Is it going to be blocking tight end because they're really good at that? Is it going to be receiving tight end? They're really good at that. It's all the same guy on the tight end.
Yeah, I is Brock
like when
Purdy
Kittle gets hurt, all
really
of that stuff kind of sucks.
Is Brock Purdy just good? Is like
no,
that's it?
No. The thing is, they can plug in anybody except what's his face?
Josh
they traded to Dallas.
Oh,
no, Garoppolo got them to a Super Bowl.
That's true. I don't know.
Right
man.
before Super Bowl. No, they went to a Super Bowl with him.
They did.
until I see San Francisco suck, I'm not going to bet against San Francisco.
Yeah. What I'm hoping is that I have a really good Sunday day and I'm up and I don't have to worry about clawing my money back on Sunday Night Football and I can just sit back and watch
what
a
I'm
really
hoping
good game.
Is Sunday
And
night.
then bet.
I'm watching this while eating something that Jimmy Garoppolo helped me cook, Notorious Foodie.
Is he a Notorious Foodie?
Oh,
that guy. He does look like him.
He just looks just like him.
Sorry, I didn't get the joke. I stink.
It's a terrible joke. That's why you didn't get it. Monday. I can't believe this is a Monday night game. Just bet Green Bay, I guess. And
this might be the best. This might be like the best primetime game that we get for like several weeks. Just because
the Jets.
Just because we're getting nothing but like Jets and Giants and shit.
Yucky.
They're testing us as NFL fans. Like, what will you watch?
How bad can we make these matchups? And
Taylor Swift still ends up at every game. She's just like the Monday night box sitter. They're trying everything in their power. Maybe they're test marketing Taylor Swift, so they know the Jets are going to struggle. They know a couple of these New York teams and all their Monday night games are going to struggle. They're doing that just for the ratings.
What if they replace Carrie Underwood with Taylor Swift?
Oh, if I've been waiting all day for Sunday night, I'd actually like that better.
That'd be fun.
No, I like Carrie better than Taylor Swift.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah, as long as I can remember, that waiting all day for Sunday night has been kind of like a country song. I think it could use a different version.
Hey, Taylor Swift told you that her song is the sound of
Our song is Slam Screen Door.
I messed it up.
Sing it out, Nate.
He's got a little twang to her.
Because she's late and her mama won't call.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song, guys?
With Zach Wilson, Mama Always Comes.
What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?
I like Bad Blood. I made that joke earlier. I like the beat. The beat slaps.
I like a lot of them, man.
I do too.
Vigilante shit.
Man, you guys like the pop stuff, huh?
I do.
I know I like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I do too. I'm a teardrops on my guitar guy.
Good song. I like our song too. Our song is the one that got us in. Sunshine and I had a roommate in college who literally just would sing that all day long. And he was not the country type. It was very odd, but he loved it.
Is that Bose?
No, Manners.
Manners love that song? Oh, Mambo.
Aiden O'Connell is a national treasure. If anyone hasn't seen Aiden O'Connell yet, you need to enjoy him because he's only going to be here for a short time period before Garoppolo gets back. Drink it in. He looks like a highway. He looks like the guy who from your old hometown who didn't get a job, didn't go to college, and just became a highway trooper. That's Aiden O'Connell. You don't even need to look him up. Just imagine that face and watch Monday Night Football, and you'll see.
And that's him. He looks like a Lego man turned to reality.
Why does it also look like he's wearing eyeliner, though? Are they just showing me Derek Carr without? Because it's only him wearing a helmet, and it looks like he has eyeliner on. Oh, I found one with the stash.
Dude, he looks like fucking Farva.
He does look like Farva. He does. Maybe that's where I'm going with that reference. I didn't realize.
So everything with him wearing a helmet looked just like it was Derek Carr. And then when I saw one with the thing off, I'm like, ooh, it's Farva.
He likes
to eat a mustache ride. Oh, that's not Farva. That's, anyway.
Don't spit in that helmet. It's for a cop. Oh.
Who wants cream?
All right.
All right. No cream.
No cream. No cream.
Good movie. I don't know if it's aged well.
Shenanigans. Oh. No, you know.
I haven't gotten high in a long time,
sure
but I'm going to get high and watch that movie again soon.
You don't even need to. Oh, yeah, you do. You do. We got ChuggieBets. Oh, do I have a Chuggie to give away? I'm assuming I do, and I'm going to give it to Al. Congratulations, buddy.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sorry, bud. You guys can all have one. I'll give you all a Chuggie.
Oh,
Whoever
thanks,
wants
Matt.
to take it. I'm going to tell you my chuggy bet for this week while we're talking about it, and it's going to be Pittsburgh +4. You so rarely get the opportunity to bet Pittsburgh as a dog in a division game, in a conference game, at home. So let's do it. +4.
I didn't recap our picks last week, by the way. We all kicked ass. All of us were above 500.
Don't tell everybody, bud. Don't tell everybody, because then they're not going to believe us that we're good if I'm the one who did the best.
No, you didn't do the best. You just did good. Matt, percentage-wise, Matt did phenomenal.
Look at that.
4-1-1.
We had a great week. 24, 12, and 2.
Yeah.
It's that'll get your kids in private school.
Hell yeah!
Damn, I wasn't even second.
We're making
Al,
up money.
You were 10 and 5. It's because you guys use those cheater teasers. How good did you guys do without your teasers?
I didn't do any.
I only do one teaser a week, buddy.
You
and the only game
didn't do any teasers. You went 10 and 5 with no teasers, Al.
I might have had a teaser. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. Let me look.
I don't
think I did, because didn't we talk about not doing teasers last week, and so I didn't do any teasers?
No, we didn't talk about it last week. I mentioned it this week, but like I'm basically just calling Andy out for like using Wong teasers to inflate
43 teasers a week.
No, you did
mostly because I'm mad because 1 week I
did
did a round robin of teasers last week that all hit, and he only gave me 4-0 for the 4 games instead of like whatever the 16-0 or
the multiplier
14.
is of every game.
He was like, "No, you only went 4-0." I was like, "Andy, you always give yourself 12." He's like, "No, you didn't say that." I was like, "Oh, thanks."
I did 2 teaser legs. So
I just stopped doing teasers because, like, if you want to inflate your numbers, you guys can inflate them, and I'm just gonna do real picks.
Hell yeah!
I'm gonna lose regularly.
You're gonna lose like a gentleman. I'm teasing Houston and the Jets, and Al is teasing Atlanta, Indianapolis, and the Jets. So no, I'm sorry. You're teasing Houston.
And
That's Houston. 2 teasers.
Yeah. Houston, Indy, and the Jets.
Houston, Indy, and the Jets, which
is 3.
Houston and Indy, and it's 3 teasers then.
Yeah, I've only done 1 teaser a week. I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you round robin those teasers. That's the way to fucking do it, man.
Yeah.
What's your chuggy bet, Sunshine? As we're just jabbering.
I am going to. I'm weighing in between, but I think I'm going to do the Indiana +2.5.
Oh, lovely.
I don't want to steal one of Andy's college football picks as my chuggy bet. Can I just do like UAB +4?
One of the games has been played. I don't know if you guys Wednesday bets. You could probably look at the books.
I'm gonna go Rams +4.5.
All right, Matty Stafford.
It's the pick I like the least, which is why I'm picking it, because.
So I am going to. I kind of want to take one of the overs, but I think I'm going to lay the 1 with the Patriots.
Laying the 1. All right. For recap, Al's favorite bet is New England laying 1. Sunshine's favorite bet is Indianapolis +2.5. Danny's favorite bet
least
is the
favorite bet this time, because I haven't yet. I'm trying to hit one.
Danny's least favorite bet that you should definitely bet is the Rams +4.5. And my least favorite bet that you should definitely bet is Pittsburgh +4. You take us home?
That's it. Good job, everybody. Oh, I also want to give a shout out to Sunshine's mustache, his weird mustache combo. The mustache, if I'm twirling a bit, it's looking choice, brother. It looks phenomenal.
The trimmed beard with the long mustache.
You look like you're ready to box somebody in 1890.
He definitely fights like this, right? That's not him.
Yeah, for sure. That's putting the fists up. Fisticuffs.
Good Sunshine.
All right, that's it. Good night, Matt.
His fist, not the knuckles.
He punches the eye.
Good night, boys.
They hadn't invented the punch back then. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Ken.
Night, Joey.
Good night.